You know what I'm saying? Like when I first experienced, I ain't trying to be nasty, but when I first experienced something and I thought I broke myself, I ran to my mama. My mom was like, you know what? Talk to your brother or somebody. Cause I'm like, you the first person that I got to talk to. Cause my dad, he wasn't he was there, but he wasn't there. Like he'll come to like the graduations and stuff, but he wouldn't come to like the games. When I first got my first girlfriend and stuff.
I know them the worst types.
My son.
Yeah.
What? That's the one. My son. Whenever you get some,
they halfway there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
What was the question? We definitely body count. Does it count, guys? I don't even know. We evolved from there. I mean, we could continue this conversation. Next question. Who wants to pick it? No, because if you look at it, you can't look at it. The question says, would you change your life to adapt or help in the advancement of your partner? Would you change?
Hey,
what do you mean by change your life?
Like if, let's say, me and John currently live here, and let's say John gets a job offer like in Texas, would I uproot my life to assist him in his advancement?
Yeah, y'all married, so y'all make decisions based on
together.
Yeah.
Now, however, if y'all boyfriend and girlfriend, depending on how long y'all is dating, then I wouldn't do that, because you ultimately don't know if you're gonna be with that person or how secure you are with that person. If y'all on the brink of engagement or something like that, then maybe. But boyfriend and girlfriend, absolutely do not put your jeopardize your career or your well-being for another person.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I was just gonna say I'm piggybacking off of you, but I remember when we were like a little bit new, and then he wanted to move back like to West Palm, and I said no. I think there's levels. Like if you're married and stuff, then you gotta have that conversation and be like, okay, are we gonna move? But if y'all are boyfriend and girlfriend, I don't think you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it depends on also what.
Yeah. Say it. Go
ahead.
I thought the question was more like lifestyle and being like
that.
That too. You can say that too. I was just using that as an example because I think the person who sent this to me was saying that because that person knows me and John are thinking of that. So they were like, well, what would be a good conversation piece for you guys? So like, I mean, however you took the question is how you took the question.
Easy question.
So go,
Carl.
No, you go.
No, y'all go. You go. I go. You go. I go. He go. She go. They go.
While y'all figure it out. No, I agree with Ghost on the whole idea of like because I do have a friend who like she was dating her now husband, and they had been dating for a while. I mean, they were boyfriend and girlfriend, and she got a position to teach down here, and they lived in Pennsylvania, and she came down and she thought that they were just going to do the long distance relationship, but he really like uprooted his life and came down here for her. But then they lived together. They were together for 7 years before they got married. So I mean, it works. It depends on like what Ghost said. It's the whole idea of if you see yourself going further with this person, then yeah. But if you don't like stop.
I would uproot my job for somebody that's going to go teach. That's my personal opinion.
All right, go.
Oh
my gosh. Okay.
This is what makes shit interesting.
I'm not uprooting myself if somebody's going to make $48,000.
I mean, he's in accounting.
But that's their career. That's what they're passionate about.
I feel it.
No. I feel what he's saying, but I also feel the teaching though. Because look,
you can be a fireman anywhere.
No, you cannot. You don't.
No, you really can't. It's different.
Yeah. It's the same thing with cops. Like you can't transfer. It's a whole process. Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I understand you, but I low key feel like it's kind of selfish too. Because if she's passionate about it, then like this is just what it is.
That's my thing.
You look at individual.
No, but I mean like I get it.
But like,
but we still saying girlfriend and boyfriend, correct? We still saying boyfriend and girlfriend, right?
I mean,
Now, if I'm married to
Okay.
you, now if I'm married to you, yes.
Then yeah.
Yes.
If it's boyfriend and girlfriend, fine. But married, how would
Married,
you?
yes.
Yeah, I think
That's
for
my-
him
that's
it's
my
more
wife.
because of his career choice. The person that I'm talking about, he was in accounting. Like he now he makes more money than her.
That's hard. I still wouldn't do that as an accountant.
But you know he looked
That's
at
the
the he
person you
looked.
gotta
You gotta adjust. Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
I agree
So
with that.
if she moving out here for a CEO position, that's making more money than me.
But I think
yes.
I think that the
Now, you going
job.
out here for a teacher job. No,
I think the job that I think he made his decision based off that job. I don't know the story completely. I just know she got a job down here.
I'm not.
True, because if you
Listen, wait.
teaching job.
Yeah.
Like you don't gotta
You
move.
made it seem like stay at home, then I'll stay.
Whoa.
I'll stay.
I get both. I
hear what he, bro. You can't. Okay, like
if all right. If me and Shadiri was boyfriend and girlfriend, right?
I'm hard.
I mean, regardless, you know what I'm saying. We married.
But we talked about that when we were
if
because
she-
we had discussed that. We knew,
But
but it was different for you and
big
me.
Sports manager.
Yeah.
Y'all don't go wherever the fuck you going.
That's we talked about that.
We talked about
Yeah,
it.
but I'm saying if she get like if she get a job,
I told him I could be a
like
teacher
principal.
wherever.
Yes.
I don't
That
care.
job is more interchangeable.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can go and teach
You see what
anywhere.
he's saying?
If
Like you
John-
can't be like, nah, we can be down here and be a teacher.
Yeah.
Even as a principal,
I
I had to explain to
I agree with that.
I had to explain to John, like even as a principal, I can be a principal anywhere.
That's not
I can go anywhere. But if you're the one that's getting a job and the job is bringing in money for our family, then guess what? I'm gonna do what I have to do.
Yeah.
But we're married, and it's like Jamil said, if you're not willing to get to that next step with that person, you're not changing your career for nobody.
ain't gonna lie. She got.
I thought about that with John when we were dating, but I'm married.
She got
to
an
him now.
$80,000 job waiting for her in Montana. We moving. Let's go.
Let's go.
Fuck it, shit.
What we doing?
But I think let's go back to like how Carl was saying, like, would you adapt your life, like the way that you were thinking of the question?
Yeah, I was thinking about like more lifestyle, like upbringing and like culture. More so.
Can't.
You gonna run?
You see, Jamil, listen.
It's not possible.
Okay, why is it not
What do you
possible?
say? I'm sorry.
I said like the way I look at the question, like would you adapt to like the culture and the lifestyle of like your significant other? And he said, nah, you can't.
You took it to a whole.
I gotta take it there, bro.
But
You know
I got
what?
to
That's
think
actually.
it's not possible.
But why?
Let me
can't
get this. That's actually one of the. Hold on, because let me find the question.
You be cheating because you.
Here it is. No, hold on.
you waiting?
I told you this nigga
No,
gonna
but
wake
you know
up.
what's crazy? Like everybody goes.
Okay, here it is. It says the question says, "Can family and friends ruin relationships?"
That's another question.
That's another question.
That's one. But we can go into this.
No, let's go because you were talking about culture, and to me, my culture is my family.
No, but I'm talking about more than culture.
Okay.
Because me and Dina come from the same culture, two different people. Two different lifestyles.
Yeah.
Right? So why can't you?
Cause like that shit is ingrained in you. You feel me? Like you cannot change who you are as a person to like fit something. You can only like learn to like grow with that person. Cause you gotta be able to accept that shit. Like you try to change, you gonna fail in a week, my nigga. For real, like that shit's just not gonna happen. What you think about that shit?
I agree. And me and Dina have these conversations all the time because there's like certain things that she learned growing up that I didn't.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So like now, like if she expects me to come at her a certain way and I don't, like
You were the wrong.
I'm in the wrong. But like the thing is, I
You're not acting
understand
how she
what
wants you to act.
exactly, but I understand what's like. That's all that she can do.
That's all I know.
That's all I know, and that's all she knows. That's why what you're saying makes sense. Like I don't think you can ever change. It's just like an acceptance, and you got to be like, look,
But
I got to take this from him, and I got to take this
But
from her.
isn't accepting it changing it?
No.
Because
That's
if
it.
I
It's two
It's more like
different
they're
things.
merging.
it's a
who they-
like yeah
who they
like
both are.
if I don't like something that I was brought up with, like in my family, we do everything together. Like we're a family that does everything together. John is more to himself. But John has learned.
Same shit with us.
John has learned to adapt. Like, okay, I might not go to this one, but I'll go to the next one. So he's learned to like adapt himself to it, but he's also accepted the fact that I had to accept the fact that that's how John is. But John was willing to make that compromise with me where, okay, if I don't go here, then I'll go to the next one. If I don't go to this one, then I'll go to this one. If this person is there, then I'm not going. And it was more of a like an understanding of that's just how he was.
And you got to think about it. Like for me, I'm Bahamian descent, so like we all, all Caribbean. We grew up close and stuff, but like when my family, the Bahamians started to, leave, they started to die out, like the ones that was born over there, the full-bred. So as I got older, the family, when the great grandma and the grandma and all them passed away, people start to dispatch because in black families, like American black families, they become close, but when you get like the head start passing away, everybody just be on their own. So when I first met Shadiri, I was like, damn, I ain't feel this way in a long time. Like, it was just me and my mom and my siblings and probably, like, my grandparents or, like, my cousins and stuff like that. But, like, her whole family, like, niggas would come from, like, New York and stuff or DR and have, like, this big gathering for no reason for hurricane windows.
Yeah, that was
literally, like, they have stuff for her. But I love it because...
barbecue because someone put in hurricane windows at the house.
That's crazy.
And we was all together, but that was how our family, and I think that also goes back, not only like family-wise, but it also goes to the whole idea of like, there were times when me and John dating, he didn't like how I talked to him. So I had to adapt how I spoke to him because I learned how to speak to a man the way my mom spoke to my dad.
Yeah.
So I spoke to him the same way my mom spoke to my dad. So I had to learn and I had to adapt to his.
Everybody's going through the same thing.
But I also had to learn. Also, for me, I had to learn to open up more. Cause I always had a problem because like me and Carl, Jamil, he already said his name. Damn shit. We all and Sean, I just met you, but I know you can relate.
Same thing.
Like growing up, like I had my family, I had my friends, but I was more of a person that I was reserved. If I felt some type of way, I don't want to be bothered. I'm content with playing my game or something or just chilling. So with her, like it's not that she forced me to open up. She just gave me that. You could open up.
Like it's okay.
Yeah, like it's okay to open up.
Like it's like you gotta show.
But then it was like he would open up and then I would shut down.
Cause she had that problem too. Like
so like I would get pissed off and I would walk out.
This all sounds like changing, guys.
Yeah.
This is positive change.
Yeah, it's an adaptment to both of our advancements because if we wanted to be in this relationship, we had to do that. But if we didn't, it would have been like, fuck you, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do and walk out.
Yeah, we still struggling with that. Well, I ain't gonna lie.
Us too. We struggling.
Dina like, man.
That ain't perfect.
You gotta say something.
That's all I gotta say is hard.
It is hard because there are still.
I don't think you ever get it right.
Yeah, there are still times like me and John don't have it right. Like there are still times like we got into a really bad fight one time where we went without speaking for a whole week.
It wasn't a week.
It felt like a week. When we got into that fight that I actually slept out on the couch one time.
Oh yeah, that got me mad.
Yeah, like we got into a fight, and it was like
she slept out. I'm like,
I slept out here because I just could not be in the room with him.
I'm like, what the hell?
Motherfucker, bro.
There's two things I don't give up for you, and that's sleep and food. So if I give up my sleep, I like you. If I give you up my food, I like you. I was not with him at that moment. I did not like him. So I was not going to give up my sleep. So I was not going to sit there and be okay. Like, you touching me. Like, I just did not want to be touched at all. Like, not even on purpose. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to sleep out here. And I literally came out here and I fell asleep. And we did not talk. And then finally it was that point where it broke. Like, it was the straw that broke the camel's back. And we hashed it out. Like, I was yelling at him. He was yelling at me. Like, it was just...
But why does it have to?
And guess what? She bought me donuts the next day.
Yeah, then John will shut the fuck up. Yeah, you take off some donuts, you gonna shut up.
I brought him some donuts and he was okay. But it's still a work in progress. If you want, I was once told that if you continue to fight in your relationship, if you continue to adapt